All right, now this is where I'll do the whole magic. So I have to first rename this page. You can actually rename this page. So this is going to be my summary, right? These are summary page or summary dashboard. Now this could be our, we can say sales or finance, or let's just say student dashboard, the reports about our students, in the company, in that company or the e-learning platform. So I'll first design this canvas. This is called the canvas, as I said before in the previous class. I would like to change the background of this canvas to something this color. But first and foremost, reduce the transparency to 0 so we could see the color we are working with. I would keep adjusting this color to my test. I think I actually like this color for now. Maybe we'll change it later. So for the settings, I'll change this to middle. I want it to centralize here. And so the type, I want it to be 16 by 9. And we also have the different formats here. I think I prefer the 16 by 9 actually. So we are done right now with our canvas. So the next thing I want to do is to insert a shape. So we have the different shapes here. So I'll first put in a shape here, and then you can press down the control with your scroll button on your mouse to adjust the size of this, to zoom in or zoom out. So we have this. I would like to put this. This is where I would include our navigation menu. Now, having placed this, I also want to include something like curved or rounded corners on this shape. So once I click on that, I would have to, because it's called a border, I wouldn't want border in that shape, so I click off the border. And then the color of this, I will really have to change the color for this shape to something, something of this color. Right, something of this color. I'll keep on adjusting the color of this. I think this is going to be cool with me. This is a color code. I think I will likely keep the color code just in case you have any color code, this hexadecimal color code. You can, place that here. For those that are into web development, they will really understand what this hex color is. So these are what is called the color code for the red 52, 78, 125. Just in case this is your first time hearing this, do not be scared. All right. Now, I think we'll still get back to the background. I would like to change the canvas color from this color to something better, something better. Something better. Okay, let's keep working on this color. All right, so I think this color is fine. It's okay. So as I said before, we would adjust the shape of this. This is going to be rounded, both tops. So right now we have rounded both tops. So I would have to flip this shape by going here, rotation. I rotate it by 90 degrees. So I rotate by 90 degrees. So I have this shape here. Now the next thing which we would like to do is to include another shape by going to shape, and then we pick a shape here, and then I'll increase the shape a little and increase in size. I would want the color of that shape to be, going to style, we'll change it to white color, And then for the borders, please do not use borders. And then I think also for the shape, I would like to make all sides rounded. So rounded rectangle. And so this is how the rectangle would look like. We can also adjust the pixel. All right, so I think that is all. And I would basically want to, copy this. We can do Ctrl C and Ctrl V, can copy that shape just in case you want to duplicate it and place your elements. So I'll do something this way. I'll duplicate it, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then I'll bring this shape down here and maybe take it up a little. Can push this up a little more, and then we drag it here. And do Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we can place this element. So let's move these elements a little bit. Take it up a little bit, and as well as move this. In fact, let's move this to here. Let's take this there, and then let's take this up a little, move this up, and then reduce it to here. And I would like to place this object here, and then drag it to here. Then I'll copy, and then I'll drag this also to somewhere here. Yeah, we can leave it here. So yeah, we're almost there. I think our dashboard is getting shapes. Now, the next thing I would like to do is, this is a summary page summarizing our data set. So we want to filter the category. So let's click on this chart. The bar chart. And so we pick a category. So this is going to be the category. And remember our student ID. All right, so the student ID should be in the x-axis. So we have something like this. So this filters the number of students in each of the categories. Now, having seen this, we can further customize or format this visual. And how do we format this visual? There are different ways to format these visuals, and I'll quickly be running down. So here we have what is called format your visual. Click on this. On the y-axis, which is the categories, we have the title. I'd like to switch off that title. And then on the x-axis, I would want to switch off this title too. And then we have the different count. So the x-axis represents the number of students. Remember, we have the total of 2,000 students. Now, and these are the different representation of the number of students in each of the categories. So what is left for us right here is the count of each student. Now, there's something we also call here the data labels. Now, if you switch on these data labels, you have the exact number of students in each of the categories on each of the bar here, labeled on the bar. And then we can actually check the position of it. We can put it at the inside end. All right. Now let's just leave there for now. And then we look at the title. The title of this filter. So we go to general and then we click on title. And here we have Control A. And then let's say filter by category. Or we can even put here number of students in each category, and then we centralize this right? We can centralize this. And also we have this what is called this bar. We can change the color of the bar to this, right? So this makes sense. Now we also have this what is called a filter. Yeah, so there is also this visual we call the that should be slicer. This is a slicer. I want to slice based on the date of enrollment for these students. Now, once you click on this date of enrollment, we have the different dates hierarchy. Do you want to filter by year? You want to filter by quarter, or you want to filter by month or day? So I will just tick this date of enrollment, and we have something like this. So we can actually place this in here. Or let's just quickly move this element up a little so we can expand this. We can expand, let's expand this, and then these elements, we can push this shape up a little, move this up a little, take this up a little, up a little here. This can go up, and we can push this up, and we can also expand this shape here. So this is going to be our filter. You can use this guy here to sieve by date. Filter by the date of enrollment for each of the students. So let's just say this is the date, 1st of January 2024 till 29th of September 2024. Now you can choose, let's say we want to just know the number of students that were enrolled in each of these categories from 1st of January 2024 till instead of September, let's just say till 1st of June. So this is the information. Number has reduced from 1,600 plus to about 887 in the data science category. So we can return back to the initial date to see the actual values of these numbers here. All right, so this corresponds to our data, and data does not lie. Now, on the dates of enrollment, this filter, let's customize or format this visual. The slicer header we have here, enrollment date. So we change this to enrollment date. So enrollment date, and then let's put it on bold. All right. You can actually do this at the title. Let's switch on the title, and we just call it enrollment. All right, so while you are at the title, the general tab here, switch on the title, and then let's give it a name, enrollment date. Now, we have the different fonts here. Font style, we have the font size. I would like to centralize the enrollment date. Just take a look. We have two different enrollment dates. The first one is the default one that came by the category, our column header name, which was at the virtual as a visual here. So I would like to switch off that header, the slicer header, so we can go by the default, the customized general, the ones we just did now. So now this is the enrollment date. We also have the slider settings. I think the color is actually fine. We don't have any need to change that. Then for the values, you can increase the size of this to 12. I think we can increase that to 12. And then I think this is actually cool. Then for effects, we will want to turn off the background. The same thing goes to here. If you move this, you see that it has a white background. So we just turn off the background for this, turn off that background. We don't want a background. It is not necessary. And so we have enrollment dates here, and then we have the number of students in each of the categories. So the next thing we would want to look at is the total number of students. I mean, we want to display it as a card. All right, so let's go to style here. Let's go here and then click on what is called card. So you click on card. Now we want to show the total number of students in this card. So you just go to student ID, click on student ID, and we have first student ID 1. So by default, what this thing is doing is giving us is showing us only the first ID, which is 1. 1 is actually the first student ID, but we don't want that. We want to find the count. Now, if you click on count, you'll be getting 6,091. Now, this is not the unique count. I mean, it's not the distinct count of each of the students, because a student must have enrolled for about 2 courses or even 3 courses. So we only want to display the distinct count. So we click on distinct count. So this is showing us that we have about 2,000 distinct number of students. So per head of the students that are enrolled for the courses on the website, there are about 2,000 of them. So we proceed to customize this by going to this visuals. Then the color here can change to this color. Then for the font, change the font style to something this, and this totally good. Then once we click on this, that date of enrollment, we can actually date of enrollment, just come here. So that was count of students. That was the ID of students we selected. So, all right, so this is 2,000. And so we've gotten 2,000. So what we just do here, we go to general, then we come to title, we turn on this title, and we give it total students. Then centralize this, increase the font size a little, we put it on bold, and then the font style, we'll be using this font style. I mean, let's make it bolder, total students. And then for the color, we make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think this is fine. Then when you go to visual category label, we turn off the category label, and then I think we are good to go. So this is it. We have about 2,000. We also want to reduce the font size of the callout value. This is too much. It's showing us for something, so we can bring it down to 35. I think 35 is quite fair enough. Or let's keep on bringing this down. Let's get this down to 30. Yeah, so 30 is quite okay. And then let's make it bolder. Yeah, so this is cool. Now, there is one thing I want to talk about here, which is on inserting images to your project. Now, one of the websites which I personally use is the Icon 8. And once you visit this website, for example, we want to add students. So let's say students icons. This is a website which I use, the flaticon.com. This contains images. So I click on this. I think I really love this picture. And so I just download a PNG. And then we have it downloaded to our system. So open your Power BI again, go to insert, go to image, and then find this and bring it here. So we have this big image. Reduce the size of this image, and we can just put it by the side of this, or you can even choose to put it on top, depending on where you want to place it. But I think I don't really like that image. We have other images on this website. So we can use this one, download this, free download, Power BI, image, click on this, open, reduce the size, just bring it here. Okay, let's put it down here. I think that's totally fine. It really makes sense if we change the title here to pure black. I think this will make more sense. So, and the next thing we'd want to do, may want to display the total number of courses on this e-learning platform. Is part of the summary of this data. Now, I would bring in a card as well, and then we check what is called the course ID. So we put in the course ID, and it's telling us the first course ID is 1. Yes, we are aware of that, but we don't want the course ID. So, first, we want to get the count of the distance. So we now have the course ID to be mean total number of courses is about 50, right? So in order for us to start, customizing or formatting this field from this beginning, all we have to do now is just to click on this, and then we go to home, we go to format painter, we just click on this, and it takes the format of the previous one. Now, remember that this still has a background. So come here and then go to general effects, turn off the background. So once you've done that, you can still go to format painter and then place it here. So the background of this one goes off, right? So right now we can bring this here, and we want to add a title to this. Go to general, go to title. Title is on. So we give it a title, and we call that title total courses. Total courses. So the total number of courses on the platform is about 50. Now you can customize this number and just place it around here. And we can find an image online, just as we did for the students. We just come here and then we put course, course, and we have different icons for course. All right, so I will pick this. No, there is one. I'll pick that. I think this is cool. We can download this, and then so right now we have this image. So come to insert this image, and for online course, I bring it down here, push it up a little, and we have something cool. We have these things cool. Always ensure that as much as possible, you align your images or your content to center. So this is total number of courses, and then we have total number of students. I think the best arrangement would be this should be up, should have this up, and then this should go up as well, while we push this down a little bit. This can get smaller, and this as well can get smaller than this. You just centralize this guy. So I can bring down this, and then I can push down this so we have space here. and I click this. Holding your shift can click this and move it down a little. Okay, and we have this shape, insert shape. Want to insert a line, and so we have this line here. You bring this line to here as a divider to divide these two guys. So let's move this guy here, and we would want to change the style, I mean the border color. Let's switch off the fill. For the border, we change it to light gray. Yeah, I think that's totally cool. So now we've divided these two guys here. So we've seen the total number of students and then the total courses. So if I click on this data science, we can actually see the total number of students here. Okay, for data science, for cloud computing, for this guy, we can see them here. For web development, right? For digital marketing, for cybersecurity, mobile development. Right, so that is it. So here we can click on digital marketing, and here is about 532. And here we can also see that the number of students in that digital marketing is 532. And then there are about 5 courses in the digital marketing category. So we keep on selecting cybersecurity, 5 courses, UI UX, 3 courses, about 348 students. Now, the next summary we would want to get is a summary of instructors' information. And we may want to display the count, the number of instructors, teaching on this e-learning platform. So we go again to click on card. So we have this card here, and then we check the instructor ID. It's telling us first instructor ID, and that's not what we want. We want to see the count of the distinct number of instructors, and there are about 24 instructors. So I click on this, click on home, click on format painter. I tap on this, and then we have this guy here formatted. And then we go to here, we go to general. For the title, we just type here instructors. So we have instructor, this guy here. Basically, we can place it right here and then find an icon for an instructor. Let's say instruct. So search for instructor. I think this icon is cool. We just download this PNG, free download. Go back to your Power BI and insert image, instructor. We bring it down here, and we can pull this guy here. So control with your arrow, your mouse scroll bar, you use that to zoom in or zoom out. So we have these instructors. So number of instructors about 24. So in data science, we have about 10 instructors teaching courses in data science. We have this. So in game development, we have only 1 instructor in the game development. Okay, so the same line separator we did here, we'll have to Control C and Control V to have a duplicate. We bring it down here, and then under shapes, we can rotate this. I would like to rotate this to 90. So we have it in 90 degrees. So I can then pull this way, drag it up, put it here, bring it down, and then drag it down here. So we can place another element here. So this is the number of instructors. Now up next, we may want to see the number of categories of courses, though it's actually displayed here, but just in case we want to know the number of categories of courses we have, okay, we can tend to display it here as well. Or if there are other summary of information we really need, we can place it here. All right, so the next thing that we can do right now is we can check the total fee of all the courses on the platform. So let's quickly click on card, and then we click on summation of these fees. And so automatically it has added for us the sum of the fees, and we can click on this to see that. So it's either we use sum, or we find the average, or we find the minimum. But right now we want to check the summation of all the fees. So this is showing us in Naira. So for us to quickly adjust this, we can just go to our table view and then go to data projects, and we have the fee here. We can see everything is in Naira. So this is not what we want. We want to change it to English United States, which is in dollars. So right now it has been updated to dollars, and we can get back here and we see that this has been changed to dollars. So right here, click here, then click on format penta, and then tap on here to, and we have about 1.86 million. Wow, this is crazy. About 1.86 million in total sales. So click here, go to general, go to title, and just type sales. So we have this amount in sales. We can put that here, or whichever position you would like to place that. You can, you can still place it here. Total sales. Oh, which position would be best? I think we can just put it here. All right. And put it here. Then we didn't find any currency this thing. So the whole video may not really have all the time to place it. So get an image and just place it here. You know how to go about this, inserting an image. Now, so that means in the data science category, this is the total sales we got, about 442,000.39 thousand, dollars. For cloud computing, so if you may ask, which of the categories gave us the highest number of sales? I mean, that should be in the data science. So just in case the company would want to focus more on them, reinvesting funds to human resource, they should train more instructors, or even source for more instructors in the data science industry. And this will, in one way or the other, help the company to increase their turnover. So which other thing can we find here? Now we've gotten here. So we may really want to check the total number of hours. And how do we do that? So click on your card, and then hours, click on hours, and then summation of all the, we can actually do the sum, or we can even check the average hours that is spent in all. So an average hour spent in all the categories. What's the average hour each of these students spent in the whole category? So I think this is quite fair enough. I mean, so let's format this and then go to title, average course hour, average course hour. So or average hour spent on a course, whichever one. Average hour. So average hour spent on a particular course. Right, so this can be here. Average hour. Then we place our icon. Yeah, this can actually fit in here. I think it's even best we make some adjustments here. We can actually push this a little further and push this inside a little. Can move this here. Can move this here. Move this guy here. We can move this guy here. Move this guy here. Okay. You can even send this guy up. Right? Can send this guy up. Send this guy up. Up the bar. We move this guy to this place. Right? and then we move this guy down. Can move this guy down. So we have cells, we have average hour, and this shape here, we just delete it. We pick this, Control C, Control V. This is not what we want. We want this, Control C, Control V. We bring this guy around here. Okay. So just, you can get the icons and just place them here. So this is the average hour spent by each student, means spent by the students in taking the course. And then this is the total number of cells. So in this category, this is the average hour. In this category, this is the average hour. So this can be the summary of our data. Now this video is getting longer, so we'll be stopping here. This is going to be the part. Let's just call it the part 1 of our dashboard design. We'll be coming to the part 2 of it. So I really hope you learned something here. I'll see you in the next class.